Well, good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. It is Saturday, the 30th of April, and I've just arrived at the Oaks at Sessay for my first Fishomania qualifier. I'm half an hour before the draw, so I'm going to go and pay my pulls, get registered, and see where we get drawn. Only ever fished it once in winter. It wasn't great, but this place is absolutely teeming with fish. I think there's going to be 100 anglers here today. It's been cold, but it's been sunny. How it's going to fish, I'm not too sure. Apparently, I've been talking to a young lad called Brad Lucas. He fishes here regular. He's going to give me a little bit of info when I draw my peg, so thank you, Brad. What weights? I don't know. There've been massive weights here. Last year, 100 odd pound qualified because of the pressure on it. The big weights has been when there's not been too many anglers in matches on Ash Beach or Sycamore. They are the prolific lakes. I think everybody will want to draw one of those. Which are the best pegs? I've absolutely no idea. So it's a great experience for me here today, fishing against some cracking anglers. Let's see how we get on. Apparently meat is the way forward. I've got meat. I'm thinking meat and maggots for me today in a method. All depends how it fishes. So let's hope we have a good day's fishing, decent draw. Like I say, no idea where the decent draw is, but I am really looking forward to it. Fishomania, it's like the Wimbledon of fishing, isn't it? It's fantastic. Really looking forward to it today, folks. So I'll take the camera with me. And let's see where we get drawn. So I shall see you at the draw. Here we are at the Oaks Sessay, Pleasure Lake, and Reese has hooked into a mighty fish.
You're gonna put pressure on me now.
Don't lose it.
No. Is it actually?
Well then, get your landing net out, Cop. Oh, he's got one. It's an hide. There we go, look. Yeah! Well done, Reese.
Thanks very much.
Sycamore 10. Goes the opposite way to the other two.
Cheers, Tom.
That side of it.
What name?
Alan Norris.
Norris.
An O-R-R-S-H.
Turn right when you get past
Yeah.
the big hill. Down the hind end on Sycamore. Round the bottom end of the lake and come back up on yourself. Where are we going? Beach 24.
Beach
I'll be fairly
24.
happy with that.
Okay.
Two off the corner.
Lovely, cheers. Right, here then folks, peg 24. I don't know what's to my right, I can't see. I've got a spare peg to my right and a spare peg opposite. And I've got Martin Wood to my left, watching the YouTube channel. And the end peg, can you believe it, Nick Speed. What a drawback, he's really looking forward to it. Right, what are my tactics? I'm going to keep it as simple as anything. There's a lot of fish mooching about. I've got a mugging rig set up. which I can go along for that. But I'm going to concentrate mostly top 2 and 2. It's a nice depth. There are fish in that area already. All along to my right. You can just see there's fish at that sort of distance. If I'm going to go along, I'm going to try and mug them. I've also got method set up and a bomb set up. I'll let you have a look at my peg. Oh, sorry, and a margin rig. Right, we'll start with margin first. Lovely, about 3 foot depth down here. Flat, beautiful. I'm going to prime that most of the day. In front of me, top 2 and 2 just here. I've got 2 rigs set up for that. Mugging rig for along here and method or bob. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I've got a spare peg to my right here. Spare, there's an empty peg there, and there's an aerator there that's not working, but there's an underwater aerator just here. So in between the two should be okay, I would have thought. Nick Speed's got all of that bank there. Lovely chubbly. Bait tray. 4 tins of meat in there. There's a couple of pints of maggots, I've got some more. That's meat, but just a hook change. 6mm pellets, which I'll probably keep catapulting out towards where I'm going to fish, maybe the method. Bit of ground bait, loads of micros. That's it. I'm not going to complicate it with loads of different rigs. I know you can fish long and lots of different shallow rigs. I ain't going down that line. I'm going to try and keep it simple. These lakes are prolific. I know when the boys come, there's only about 8 on the lake and they can catch 300 odd pound. That ain't happening today. I'll be surprised if it does. I've noticed Nick, when I had a quick chat with him, he's got a lot more meat than me set up. He's probably got twice the amount I've got there. He's probably got, I don't know, maybe 8 tins of meat or something, I don't know. Maybe 10. Not sure what's going to win it. £130 won it last year. There's a lot of pressure on these new lakes. Beach, it's a good area. I know the lads in the club will be thinking, ooh, it's 5 nets full. Don't think that's going to happen today, but I could be wrong. If I fill 5 nets, I'll be very, very happy. If I fill 3 nets, I'd be happy. It's £70 net limit. So that's my tactics. I'm going to keep it dead simple, be patient, and hope we get a few fish. And the fish, there's been fish just down here. But a lot of the fish are just sort of all along this sort of line, which is like a top 2 and 2, and it's slightly deeper there, which is the reason I've set my 2 rigs up for that. One set up for maggot, I can put meat on that if I want, and one set up for meat and pellet. So let's hope I have a nice day's fishing. Really, in fact, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's just gone under now. It was just here, it was just coming in. And there's one there, look. Can you see that one? There's 2 there, there's one slightly to the left as well. So lots of fish knocking about. Let's see what happens. We'll see you while we're fishing. This one up for putting, setting putting. Gentle little bite. Mix straight into one. Guy next to me, Martin's mugging a few at the minute. There's fish being caught everywhere. I tell you what, this is putting a bloody scrap up. I'll not be videoing all the fish that I hook into, but I'll be giving you little snippets of what's happening. So I'm just top 2 and 2 at the minute. Being a little bit cautious of how much feed. I don't want to completely ruin it. Yeah, bloody hell. Come on, fishy. hell. Can't believe how hard it's fighting this. Carlton Bennett. Well, he put a mighty battle up. Any mighty battle. And it's got to be £3 or £4. Right in the side, just where you can't get your fingers. Nice. It's nice to be off the mark, folks, isn't it? It's nice to be off the mark. And just three maggots on. Just in front of me there. Yeah, I was tempted to ban them. Save having to do this all the time. Oh yeah, bloody thing. A bit too aggressive with that one. About 20 or 30 maggots in, and now and again throwing a few. That guy's mugging opposite. It is a nice day for it, to be fair. Just getting a feel for it, and then I'll start to look at sort of priming of the lines. Another guy looks like he's mugging. I think everybody seems to be set on mugging today. Is that the way? Typically first putting, my float was sat up a bit much. The bloody shot had fallen off. As you can see there, fish gobbing. And the bites are not just like coming instant. You hear all these stories, but like I say, I think it could be, don't know, there's one or two catching. How long that lasts, we shall see. Right folks, it doesn't look like it's going to be hook a duck today. I think we've just got to try and work a few things out. There we go. Right, the fish are not coming fast and furious, but we're getting one or two. This is my third. You can see he's not happy. So I want to lift him up. Well, they don't have scrap, folks. They aren't half scrapping well, bless them. Yes, that's number 3. I think we're about the same, us 3 here. So we're doing all right. We're steady away. We can use them again. They're all right. We'll get back in. Right, people, it's been rock hard, absolutely rock hard. I mean, there's 1 or 2 people catching, but not prolifically. Me, Martin and Nick, really struggling. The guy across from me, slightly to my left, he thinks he's about £60. Martin might have 20, 25. Nick might have about the same. That's put me on maybe 19. But it is as I thought, it's fishing absolutely rock hard. With all this pressure on. I know all the boys from the old boys say, oh, we have £300-400 from there, but not today, you wouldn't. And I think I've tried mugging. Everybody's tried mugging. People seem to get a fish from somewhere and then nothing, and then go somewhere else. But I've just decided to sit on it, feed it sparingly. Lots of feeds not working for sure. Because I know what lads are back home will be going, get some snapping. Ain't working, boys. It's not working. So that's where we are. I'm going to keep patient on this. I've been putting bait in my margin, not in the volumes that people have told me to do, because it ain't going to work. You can just tell. People are catching with no feed today. So I saw what Nick were putting together in his bait, and he hadn't used anything like I think he would expect him to, because they're just not having it. So there we go, folks. So I'm just putting now 4 pieces of, I forgot to call it then, luncheon meat, and I've mixed, because I've not had a bite for ages, I've mixed ground bait and micros, and I've gone really positive because there's lots of fish swimming about, they're just not feeding. And I'm just going to, I've done a bolt shot on one dropper really close. I want it getting on the deck. There's liners galore if you put too much bait in. They're just not taking it, so I'm just hoping. I've tried to be patient on this, but like when you see people catching shallow, you always want to go shallow, but they're not catching prolifically. I think if we can get a decent run on this, we've got a couple of hours left and a few in the margin, maybe we can make a bit of ground up, but I'd say I'm about 40-45 pound behind the best on the lake. So he's just hooked into another one, but you know, they were catching quite well. I thought the way it's set up, I thought if I'm getting a fish here like this every 5 minutes, I'll be happy. It just stopped. Couldn't get a fish from anywhere. I've lost a few mugging, hooked into them and just pulled out. But yes, it ain't been easy, folks. It's not been easy. Enjoying it though. It's great. I love watching what other people are doing. And the guy to my right, he's had 1 or 2, but again, he's had no more than me. The guy on my left, Martin, might be. I think he's probably a little bit in front, but not that much. Same with Nick. I haven't seen Nick catch one for ages, and it looks like He's sitting it out short as well, isn't he? Hoping something's going to turn up, because I'm pretty sure he'll be feeding meat short. So there we go, folks. I was hoping it might go under, but it's not gone under for the last hour until a few minutes ago. I thought somebody had got one. It was a great bloody goose hand and its chicks launching itself in. Right, well, at least I'm not getting all those silly liners. I'm trying to get them pinned onto the bottom. Because I have tried sheller either, I'm not quite getting it right, but I just don't know. Like I said, I've had 2 techs, lost both. I just can't seem to get them, but they're going ages without a bite sheller. Absolutely ages. Right, there we go, folks. Well, just had a look in my margin, setting putting, and I looked into one. Oh, he's putting a scrap up. I've been fighting like hell today. No, it moved for eating, but certainly it moved for putting a decent scrap up. Steady on, so come on. So you're in. Folks, another one that's taken me over the £20. Not brilliant, but we're having a day's fishing, folks. We're having a day's fishing. Right, in we go. Let's see if we can get another one. Yes, it's definitely fished a lot harder than people expected, I'm sure. I had a funny feeling. I think I mentioned it earlier. Right, there we go. Right, I'd like to say I'm getting to a bit of a pattern, but I've just managed, I've just started to find a way to get 1 or 2, and it really is only 1 or 2. Alternating top 2 and 2 and into the margin. These fish are coming in and straight back out, they're not staying. And this one's from my margin. You seem to get one and then you can't get another. That's a better fish as well. Whereas all the advice I had before was chuck the bait in and the queue up. They're not queuing up at all today. So this will take me to about £30 or so. Would £4 or £5 of that. And I've still not seen poor old Nick catch up for ages. And neither has Martin. The guy opposite keeps getting 1 or 2. I think he's winning the lake, I think. He's doing alright. So we've got to have another look in that margin. And I've started feeding ground bait with a few micros and just a couple of pieces of meat. Never mind throwing 10 tins in. Tin. About 3 or 4 pieces. A few macros in the ground bait there. And it just seems to be bringing 1 or 2 in, but not in numbers. Well, I'm not fussed about that. I don't want to foul hook any. So there we are. We'll put 5 on for that. £31. It's time today. I've had two in a row from the same spot. And it's gone under after about 30 seconds of putting the feed in. It's absolutely zooming all over the place. Look at it go. Come on, get your head up, sunshine. There we go. I've got him. just about to get the hook, and then he decides to start jumping. You come here, bloody behave. Right, stay still. It's actually taking it down quite a bit, this one. There we go. Yeah, we've got it. So another one about £3. And I'm not saying if I'd have fed this, done this, I'd have been catching all day, but I've just decided I've been more patient because it's just obvious that they're not having it. The pressure on the lake has just made them very wary indeed. So there we go, folks. We'll see if we can get a couple more. There's 55 minutes left. I'd love to get one a chuck till end. That'd be nice, that. There we go. Well, 25 minutes to go, folks. I think Nick's had enough. I think he's packing up. Lad opposite's packing up. Oh, I should have had him. The guy in the corner now, I think it's pretty close between them two over there. He's been catching quite well in the corner, end peg. Oh, stay bloody still. For God's sake. And I've got the mouth's just not quite big enough to get my finger in. There you go, folks, they're the fish we've been catching. Another one from the margin. Went a good half hour without anything. Done look in front of me, nothing. So I just keep changing between red ones and normal. I don't think it's making any difference whatsoever. I'm just putting a bit of bait in. Certainly 100% certain that everybody's realised it's no feed today. 10 tins of luncheon meat, 12 tins of corn. Yeah, alright. Right, fish people, we're all weighed in. Right, lovely place, the Oaks at Sessay. I drew, as you saw, beach 24, and all I will say is, as you probably already know, it's fish rock hard. God, Bennett, and talking to a few guys earlier, Dale Shepherd, and I said to him, I think winter's going to come from somewhere else, because these lakes are not used to having that many people on. 20 on each lake, I think it was, or something like that. I think there were a couple of spare pegs. Every 3 there were a spare peg. I know when our club goes, well, not our club, but the guys, when they go with the tykes, they've got 7 and 8 on each lake, and they're catching hundreds of pounds. They've switched off. Nick Speed in the corner didn't weigh in. He says I've got 6 or 8 fish. Give it up as a bad job. It just wasn't happening. Me and Martin we stuck it out. You know, you saw the plan that I'd got. I didn't think they'd want the snap that everybody were telling me, and I've played it a little bit safe. In fact, I've probably still put too much in, because wherever I put plenty of bait, apart from the margin, they seem to come in the margin a little bit, you just had nothing. So it's been tapping bits of meat in, bits of little balls of pellets, and then I've got the odd bite. I've ended up weighing in, I knew it was close between me and Martin. I've ended up weighing in £36.10. Martin weighed in £39 dead. He said he had 2 6-pounders in the margins towards the end. So there you go. That's my match, my Fishomania qualifier. Very tough day. It looks like Adam Richards, the local here, has cast a shallot on Cedar, and what was it, Ash? Yeah, on Cedar, which is one of the other lakes, and he's had about £200. So it looks like Adam Richards, Nick Speed's friend, is going to qualify, I think. So well done. Anyway, even if you haven't qualified, but I think you will do with that, Adam. That's a great £200 on cast a shallot at Cedar. So well done, mate. And if you are in the final, very best of luck. So my approach, as you saw, meat pretty much. I've had a couple on maggot. Some have been fishing shallow most of the day. I tried mugging, I lost a couple mugging, but it's just been tough all round. So I just ended up taking it steady, fishing just in front of me. There were guys fishing long, 1 or 2's caught long. I'm just hoping that I'd get a visit and they'd turn up short and in the margins. I suppose I did a little bit, but not to the levels that I needed. Loads and loads of fishing here, loads. But they just weren't feeding. I think the pressures put them off, or some things put them off, but I've still thoroughly enjoyed it, as I always do. I've seen Andy May and Jamie Hughes, don't know how they've gone in here today, but they were here. I never got a chance to have a chat and introduce myself. It's all serious stuff, this Fishomania. I'm sure I'll get to have a chat with him one of days. Woody's been at Hayfield Lakes, don't know how he's gone on, I'll phone him in a minute. But yes, I'm due another visit here in September where there won't be 20, so hopefully we'll be able to do a bit of bagging. My next one, I've got Lindholme Lakes and Hayfield, I think, are my next 2 Fishomanias. I can't remember exactly when they are, so I'll look forward to those. I've got Feeder Masters at Parson Lakes coming up in a week or 2, so lots to go at. A couple of the old boys were at Sessay House on Tuesday. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Not the result I was after, thoroughly enjoyed it. Don't forget, folks, it is absolutely free to subscribe. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up. Come on, Monkey, look at the camera. Yay! You're not looking at camera, Monkey. Would be very, very nice. So, until next time, we shall see you on the bank at Sessay House. And we'll see if we can catch a few there. I'm going to try, I've got some meat left out. I might try meat shallow there, I don't know, but I certainly know pellet shallow might work. Right, thanks for watching. 45-minute drive home for me. A few dinky winkies with the wife and me thinks. Maybe a Ruby Murray. So, over and out. Take care, folks, and don't forget, fish on.